I'll be honest with you guys, I'm still trying to figure out how to implement the M4 iPad Pro in my workflow. But as you can see from the title, I went and bought the M4 iPad Pro, so you don't have to, at least not yet. And I'm coming from an iPad mini 6. So like this iPad mini 6 is my only iPad that I had before the M4 11-inch iPad Pro. So we're gonna just talk about my experience and my thoughts about this, and maybe this may influence you to get a M4 iPad Pro, or it may not. So here's what I want to talk about. First of all is the display on this. Its quality is phenomenal. Tandem OLED is gorgeous, and content consumption is like no other. I mean, I've primarily been using this for the past couple days to watch old episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, especially like sometimes when I'm having breakfast or when I have like a quick 15-20 minute break. Then I'm using this to watch those old episodes and catch up. And I start recollecting some older Yu-Gi-Oh! GX cards as well. But this display is phenomenal. So whether you're going to use it for content consumption, social media consumption, whether you want to play games like Clash of Clans or like Call of Duty, Warzone, whatever it is for mobile, it's phenomenal. I can definitely put it that way. I also have apps like Notion and Twitter to obviously keep track of my business and keep up to date with what's going on. So in that aspect, it has been great. So if you're looking for a great tablet display, obviously you can't go wrong with the M4 iPad Pro. Now I went with the 11-inch one because it's the base, and two, I don't know, for me 13-inch iPad Pro seemed a little too large. I think this is the sweet spot, at least for me, again, since I am coming from an iPad mini 6. Now, I don't know who asked for a super thin iPad Pro, but like this comes in at 5.3 millimeters, and this thing weighs less than a pound. But it's very, very easy to carry around. There are a bunch of like bendable tests going on, like people trying to bend it and see how well it performs. I'm definitely not going to do that, and I've been very careful. I'm usually careful with the tech that I buy, so I'm not going to try to go and bend this. But I also got to say, this space black color is phenomenal. I didn't pick up the nano texture, so for that you have to pick up at least 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes of storage. I got the base, so this is space black, 256 gigs of storage for $9.99, and I'm happy they went ahead and bumped up the base storage. I think it used to be 128, now it's 256 gigs, so that's a good thing. Another thing that I've been using this for is just strictly for content consumption, and that's why I want to kind of share this type of video before you go and pick one up. But before I get to that, some other things. I'm also happy that Face ID is now in landscape position, because I feel like most people are using it in landscape position nowadays, like their iPads. I'm even using my iPad mini more in landscape position rather than using it like this. But sometimes, like here and there, I'll use it like that, but most times, again, it's in landscape position. And I think a lot of other people are like that as well. And also for the fact that when you get accessories like the Magic Keyboard, it's going to be like this in landscape position. Now, as you can see, I don't have the accessories. I don't have the Magic Keyboard. I don't have the Apple Pencil Pro. In fact, I think my Apple Pencil Pro is my Apple Pencil is in my backpack, but it doesn't work with the M4 iPad Pro. You do have to go and pick up the Apple Pencil Pro. And I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of things with the iPad experience because I don't have the Pencil Pro and because I don't have the Magic Keyboard. Now, I'm no artist, but I am using the Apple Pencil with my iPad mini 6 and Procreate to make wallpapers and other designs and whatnot. But I can't do that because I don't have the Pencil Pro with the M4 iPad Pro. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about picking up the iPad Pro. And if I had picked up the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Pencil Pro with this M4 iPad Pro, this is a base, the total price would come to about $1,430 before tax, which is actually more expensive than my M3 15-inch MacBook Air, and I use that every day to get work done for the channel and for my business. So I don't know why I would go ahead for at least this is for me, like I can't justify picking up a Magic Keyboard and Apple Pencil Pro with a base iPad Pro to pick up because it's more expensive than my M3 MacBook Air, and I feel like I get more out of my money with that purchase rather than going this route. But again, this is just my experience and my opinion. Just putting it out there. Maybe some might agree, some may not. That's completely okay. Now, I do know people who strictly use their iPad Pro as their main machine, and huge shout out to them. But for me, I still can't really see this replacing my MacBook. And I think I've come to the realization that I don't know if I can fit this in my workflow yet. I'm still trying to figure something out, figure out a workflow. But as of right now, it's just still a content consumption device for me. And some thoughts that I have, like my final thoughts about this, I feel like you do need the accessories, whether that be the Apple Pencil Pro or the Magic Keyboard, to make full use of the M4 iPad Pro in terms of the hardware. In terms of software, that's a whole different story. Now, I'm not asking, and a lot of people are, other people are also, they're not asking to have Mac OS on their iPad. iPad OS is good, but I feel like there's still some limitations because the hardware is here. The M4 chip is here. The hardware with the iPad Pro and with the accessories, they're all here. We just gotta see some more software implementations. And I don't think this is a Mac replacement. And I feel like Apple also sees it that way. I think this is a device that helps assist your MacBook experience when they work in sync. For example, like there have been a couple of times I did use the iPad mini 6 with my MacBook, but like again, for that display is a little bit too small, so that's why I don't really use this with my MacBook, but I use it while I'm working on my MacBook to view content and whatnot. But I feel like this is a large enough display that I can use as a secondary display and get some work done. But again, it varies from user to user. Now, here's the thing. I can recommend this iPad Pro to those who know exactly what they're going to be using it for. Like, you know, this is a Pro iPad. You know, you're gonna pay the premium price, and I would recommend picking up the Magic Keyboard and Apple Pencil Pro if you wanna go all in with the iPad Pro. Whether you're an artist that uses the Apple Pencil, you're gonna see some good additions with the Pencil Pro, or you get work done that doesn't really require a Mac OS. The iPad Pro is more than powerful enough to tackle all of your tasks. So for me, coming from an iPad mini 6, I still don't, like, this is not gonna be replacing my iPad mini 6, I'll put it that way. In fact, using this with the 120 Hertz display and everything makes me want an iPad mini Pro more than ever. I know it's just a dream. It's like 100% not gonna happen, but only one can dream. Like this iPad Pro in this form factor would be phenomenal, but again, it's just a dream. It's not gonna happen. I know it's whatever, but iPad Pro, it's a great device, but I just don't think it's for me. And you know what? That's completely okay. Not every device is for everyone. Not every device is going to work in everyone's workflow. The iPad Pro is not for everyone. The iPad mini is not for everyone. The iPhone 15 is not for everyone. The Galaxy S24 is not for everyone. So it definitely changes from user to user. And for those watching, you know yourself best and you know your workflow. You know exactly why you would pick it up. But here's the thing. If you still want to try out an iPad Pro, definitely try it out. And if you don't like it, go ahead and return it. But I definitely still recommend you trying it out in person because it's phenomenal. Like this display is just, it's great. It really is great. But yeah, I don't know. That's really my thoughts on M4 iPad Pro. Will I pick up the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Pencil Pro in the future? Maybe. I don't know. Like maybe I might pick it up to see if I can implement it in my workflow that way. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to leave this iPad Pro like this as is for now. I hope you guys did enjoy this different type of video. If you did, definitely be sure to smash the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. That's been it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.